All right. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. Move from this to first nation. Some changes. All right, man. We live. Peace, black family. This your man Al Jihad the God, man. Black Power, Crip Life. Those who know me know this, man. Y'all know, man, the gathering of the G's, man. The gathering of the G's, man, is coming right around the corner, man. September 6th, man. You know what I mean? September 6th, 6 o'clock, Washington Park, man. You know what I mean? That's where all the brothers and sisters, man, who actually give a fuck about our community, man, they're going to be in the place, man. You know what I'm saying? Also, I'd like to say, man, thank y'all to all my subscribers, man, new subscribers, man, old subscribers, man. Y'all been showing me love, man. I'm almost up to 1,500 subscribers, man. They took down my Facebook, man. They destroyed my Facebook. You know what I mean? Being on some hater bitch shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure they're gonna probably come out to my Instagram next. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's just part of just part of this whole little thing, man. You know, they don't like to when they hear a nigga, you know what I mean, trying to speak that truth, they can't stand that shit, man. They really can't stand it. So anyway, man, I got a very important guest, man. My motherfucking brother, man. I'm talking about when I say from when we was teenagers, I literally mean since fucking teenagers, man. We both got gray hairs and shit now, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is my motherfucking brother, man. My nigga BC, man, also known as Brother Halim. You know what I'm saying? You know, this been my brother, man. We grew up together, man. We done time together. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? I've been through all type of shit together, man. So I'm gonna let my brother introduce himself though, man. Like I said, this is Brother Halim, but I'm gonna let brother introduce himself, man. Why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself, my brother?
Peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Like
Well,
Slime.
first and foremost, I want to say that I'm Halim Salam, aka BC One from Oklahoma City, originated from the beginning of the game. So therefore, I'm on the thing to support the brother in the movement because most definitely it's been long waited for this opportunity.
Big facts on that, man. How do you feel, man? Far as a brother like yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? You've been around for many years, man. Like far as to finally see some brothers that's starting to wake up, man. That's actually serious about. I would think the first gang treaty that we actually really had here in Oklahoma City, first real one that I can think of, because it's not going to be, you know what I'm saying, no infiltration far as, you know what I mean, some old turn the cheek, you know what I mean, let us all pray type nigga. This is just strictly soldiers that's coming together on one accord, man, and you know what I'm saying, trying to make a change for our future, man. So how does this make you feel, man? About, like I said, about being in the game for this long, man. You know what I'm saying? Being in the, you know what I'm saying, around this long, and finally starting to see black men starting to wake up, man. Not only here in Oklahoma, but also other parts of the globe. Like it's a big thing right now. It's going on in Chicago as well as in California. So how you feel about something like that that's happening right now here in your city, Oklahoma City, brother?
Oh man, it's long been waiting. It's a breath of fresh air. True indeed. Most definitely, man. Being in this game, man, it's a blessing as well as it could be a curse. But maintaining and making it through those trials and tribulations is highly a blessing. You know what I mean? Therefore, for us brothers to kind of that know some of the things that we didn't endure then, that we have the opportunity to, in today's time, Allahu Akbar, that we have an opportunity to come together and join together and share some of our knowledge with some of the younger youth, the ones that's coming up in society that's going to really, really, really need some of our input. So, most definitely, I always been one that kind of wanted to speak on some of these terms because some of these terms is most definitely is imperative. It's very, very necessary that we do so.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. What do you feel about oh, was you gonna say something, brother? My bad.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Nah,
Uh,
go ahead.
what do you feel about brothers that's been there's a lot of naysaying. I mean, it's been more good going towards the gathering of the G's, man. But you also got the naysayers, man. Like people that's saying that this ain't gonna work, man. Like what I mean. I even had some niggas get on the comments say, y'all gonna be there in peace. And I'm gonna be the one with the switch, and I mean,
Mhm.
what's your thoughts on stuff like that, man?
In life, you're always gonna have those individuals that have a tendency, to throw salt on certain things that could be great. In our day and time, we need individuals to really step up to the plate and be alphas in their household, alphas in the streets. If you play the position, you got to play your position all the way to the end. Sometimes we have the tendency to lose focus on what it is. If Allah blessed us through these trials and tribulations to have us here today, man, why not? You know what I mean? Why not? Because it could might better. And then, those individuals are gonna keep on, throwing salt for something great because they don't want nothing great. That's only how I see that. Because if you was want something great, you would stand with us on this movement. If I have come to the terms of want to do some things like this and involve myself with it, knowing that how you could get some positive input on it, or you could get some negative input on it. Everybody gonna have a different perception on things in life, but what I know is necessary is necessary. So mom said, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, and I'm willing to be on board, then not be on board. So those who have a tendency to be against the movement, well, stay in the shadows then, nigga. Brother, stay in
That's right. That's right.
yeah, yeah,
And,
yeah.
and,
Well,
and,
indeed.
and and one thing that's really crazy though, man, is that like I don't even see how people can even speak negative, like knowing that blacks like own nothing in America, really. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to the vast, like we got blacks that's owning some clubs, owning some land or whatever. But we was always taught in the Nation of Islam that one man cannot rise above his nation. You know what I'm saying? You can't rise above your people. So you could be the most richest black man on the world, but if your people still ain't shit, the world still gonna look at you ain't like a ain't shit ass nigga. And that's a lot of these athletes and motherfucking entertainers and shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas is really paid off to really just be quiet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's why they giving those millions on top of millions of dollars just to be quiet. You know what I'm
most
saying? So
indeed.
is that what I don't understand is that how can someone speak against something that's for the benefit of their children, but then turn around in the same breath and say, I love my babies, or I love my little homies, or I love my hood. Like I really don't understand that part, man. What you think about that, man?
To be truthful, life is about evolving. We can't stay stagnated forever. You know what I mean? And with the time and the day and time and age, and with the technology and everything that we have, that people have access to, you got to be able to season them in the right way, lace their chucks up in the proper manner, so therefore that they can be knowing how to be that individual in their household with their peers. You know what I'm saying? See, our mothers, we had a tendency to teach us, mores, ethics, principles, and ambitions. But when you build your character from your peers, because that's where your character would create from. And so when building your character, you have to let your character stand for something, and not
Mm.
allow it to just get lost into the shadow. Sometimes we make adequate decisions, and sometimes we're gonna make inadequate decisions. Sometimes things we do, some people ain't gonna even understand it, but they don't never understand the the real truth of the matter unless they really didn't live it. And you know what I mean? So they might
Yeah.
never understand
Gotta
what we
walk in the
see.
nigga Chuck Taylors, man.
Man, they got to understand what we done been through. So, because some of our
Mm.
mentality that we had to substitute, some people might thought it wasn't necessary, but it most definitely was necessary in order for us to be here today to speak the things that we are able to speak. It cost us. It cost us a lot. It cost me many years of my life. You know what I mean? That I can't get back. But I ain't gonna pout over that. I ain't gonna pout over small bill. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna make it work with what I got right now and continue looking towards the future for the remaining days that I do have around here. So with that, I need to share it with some of these youngsters. So therefore, they might be some better men and be some better fathers. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how when we was kids, you know how the system and all that talking about, oh, he too hyper, he need to be on Rilla and all these old different type of drugs and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't doing nothing but mentally fucking them up. I mean, kids up from having the opportunity to see things on a different platform. Now the whole world is somewhat in some way stuck on type of drugs. And when they get you in that type of position, you know, they can control your mind. They've been trying to use so many different methods to control our mind with religious. I'm gonna speak on that. You know what I'm saying? Because religious could be a form of a controlling factor. You know what I mean? It's just all about how you interpret it. And when you interpret things, you'll have a better understanding to be able to reciprocate that. You know what I'm saying? To be able to share that with people and break it down in the proper syllables. You know what I'm saying? You know, and man,
Yes,
the
sir.
game, and we really need it right today, man. We're in highly need of it. So I don't think people should stand against it. I really believe people should walk and stand with us and bear arms with us on the movement, because the movement is been long waited, my man. For real, it's been long waited, and we
Yes,
really
sir.
need to get out here and share that. I ain't got no beef, no smoke with nobody. I had a tendency, you could still be that individual and your name. How the one that told me, like, said, Mr. Hill, I see you make a transition in life, and I see you, your talk, your walk, and everything represents something else. But do you think the game gonna ever let you walk away? when the person made a statement, you know what I mean? Me, at that moment, I got into a defense mechanism, had the tendency to think, what are you trying to say? It's nothing of the games gonna scare me, but it ain't merely what he maybe was speaking on. It's just saying that sometimes when you're around the game, no matter when you're making that transition in life, that things of the streets, if you participate, share, or you could be around the things that you trying to avoid to be in, have the tendency to sometimes still come and hunt you. And then by your
You know
name
what?
having so much weight, yeah,
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 you know what, man? I will say that, man. Man, cripping is a cold thing, bro. But when they say cripping ain't easy, but it's fun, bro. Like
yeah,
I was literally once upon a time full fledged in the Nation of Islam. I'm talking about Super Bowl tie out there with the final call. I never left the East Side. You know what I mean? So I was never one of those niggas that told the homies I'm finna do this and I ran off from the homies. You know what I mean? I
yeah,
was still right there. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? It was a few. You know what I mean? Niggas had their little funny jokes and shit. You know what I mean? But a lot of motherfucking enemigos were so-called enemies, as well as a lot of homies, man, gave motherfuckers his props because they was like, damn, nigga, from the nigga that I know that you used to be, nigga, to you out here doing this, like, nigga, like, that mean I might can do some shit. You know what I mean? So, you know, uh, 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 basically to go on the coattails of what you were saying, man, is that it's always gonna be in a nigga because that's, you know what I'm saying, that's a nigga. It's more, see, a lot of niggas look at this gang shit as some type of Boy Scout type shit. Like, nigga, we grew up with these niggas. You know what I mean? We grew up with these niggas. We ate these niggas' mama's house, ate at my mama's house. Nigga, we done, you know what I'm saying? Niggas done been shot, then had to hold the other homeboy up while he shot and trying to get him to the niggas done had times with a motherfucker, like brothers, you know what I'm saying, and sisters. So a lot of people just don't understand that. But I feel that as far as older brothers now, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, like 20, 30 years ago type shit, you couldn't have got me to say none of this shit, nigga. It's crib, nigga.
yeah. For sure, for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It,
Yeah, for
it
sure.
ain't, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't get mad at the little homies from a lot of they responses to what we trying to do as older guys. I'm not mad at them guys, but I gotta say we gotta look at that dirty mirror though, bro. We gotta look at the nigga, the time that we had out here in the streets, the money that make motherfuckers that a lot of us just fucked off. My nigga, we could have been laid a path for them babies that we left out here when we all went to the penitentiary. You know what I mean? Some of us got smoked. Some niggas got smoked out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But we fucked off a lot. Just think about it, bro. Like, I started banging my hood in 1990, my nigga.
Yeah,
And nigga, like, I was never no baller nigga, but a nigga knew how to, I knew how to go book a nigga something, get a quick, little scratch or whatever. Well, I'm
yeah,
just saying though, but I still like money was just, if I just go back to then to now, bro, that was just, of course we didn't know no better when we was,
yeah.
teenagers and shit.
Most
But I'm
definitely.
just saying, but once a motherfucker got to knowledge itself, I'm gonna just say this. When I got out at 26, I should have fucking known better, homie. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I should
yeah,
have known better then. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But brother Kevin Samuels, man, God rest his soul, man, brother from Oklahoma City, man. Brother said that the average man on the planet really don't reach his financial stride, where he just start to take shit serious till we get like late 30s. You know what I mean? Late 30s, early 40s. So, I guess I can use that for the excuse or whatever, but we gonna just keep it already 100, like we didn't leave a pathway for those young lives, homie. So we can't get really mad at these little niggas if they out here doing their thing and not giving a fuck, because we literally left them nothing to lean on, bro. Like, we literally left them nothing, man.
Like you said, man, when we was in our adolescent years, we went through so many trials of trying to, fully define who we are as an individual. So, Allah is the best of planners. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the best of planners of all things. So, I kind of think of some of that too. When I went in 98, got out in 2008, that was 10 years, of my life. I thought things was gonna change, or I thought I knew how life was. But having so much money and playing with so much money and not owning as many things that I have accomplished, throughout the time, it do bother you. But when you look at it, like I say, we can't pat over spoiled milk. But at the same time, what we didn't do, we left a mean legacy. You know what I mean? The legacy is gonna forever live. You know what I mean? Because things that we did, no matter in today's time, how much work or anybody might come up trying to think they had a tendency to put in, they would never foresee the things that we had did in our days and times. Because when you say in the 90s, that was a totally different time. It wasn't no internets. It wasn't none of that shit. It was just pagers and shit. You know what I mean? We was coming up off pagers, and we had a different, platform we was living on. In today's time, you know, it's like when you want to try to dispose that real shit, you can't really do that, man. You know what I mean? Because there's so many cameras around. You know what I
Interview.
mean? It's there's so many cameras around. It's a different day and time in today's time, and
Hey, hold on one. I'm sorry, BC.
yeah,
My bad, bro. I
yeah,
didn't mean to cut y'all. I'm around here, bro.
yeah,
All right, all right.
yeah. And like I say, it's
That,
a
that
different
was,
day
that
and
was Oz
time.
crazy ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. Where man is that? He coming around and coming to
Yeah,
slide on you.
he come to fuck
Yeah,
with me.
yeah,
Yeah.
but and it's a different time in today's time. When we first met each other, you was a little smirk. You know what I'm saying? People can't even go back those many years when I was just young baby C Rider. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
you know
Uh,
when I took to this shit, I took to it. I wanted to be the MVP player. You know what I mean? I wanted to win the trophy. So I did shit big. I never did shit small. You
but
know
you
what I mean?
always had leadership qualities, bro. I will give you flowers, man, on that, man. You always had a leadership quality, brother. A lot of people, you know what I mean, as far as even in your fan band, man, like motherfuckers that's older than you be like looking towards fucking BC. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it don't matter how old you are, how young you are, how strong you are. It's just it's just the aura that Allah blessed you with, bro. You know what I mean? It's just that, you know what I mean? When a nigga is genuine, homie, like genuine shit happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you just an all-out genuine motherfucker, man. Now you were speaking on you said you did time, you said you went in the 98 and you got out in 2008 and then you went back, right?
Went back in 2010 and get out into 2025, man. Just a few months ago, man. Many years of a life, and not even counting my juvenile.
How many is that? How many is that? You said okay,
That's 20,
that's
that's
15 years.
That's 15 years, and a 10 is 25.
Yeah, 25 altogether though. Yeah.
And I done been locked up in a juvenile for 3 years. You know what one might know off in LA is down here is Raider. You know what I'm saying? Raider, Kojak, and shit like that. You know what I mean? The juvenile detention
Oklahoma Youth Authority. That's what I always call it. That's what it is. The Oklahoma Youth Authority.
You know, I spent so many time, man, you know, being isolated, you know, now because of who my name was, you know, I didn't do this regular time like anybody else. You know what I'm saying? I had to do time in isolation and shit. You know, they controlled my movement because my name rang so much weight. And, you know, one of the biggest wars that ever went down in the Oklahoma City system, you know, was kind of fact when one made a attempt on me, and, you know, things have changed because, you know, we really with this shit, man. You know what I mean? We really signed up for what we really live, you know what I mean? And how we really treaded in the streets. But given all that time, you look back, man, so much you done missed out. Like you said, man, we didn't ever get an opportunity to give the people's the real platform. Some grab more of the violent stigma or the persona or the presentation that we put to the streets. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, what I can say in our defense, man, is that literally, you know what I mean, when we got off the streets, like really, even the whole gathering of the G's, bro, is really for niggas. I mean, able-bodied niggas from 45 on up, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you an able-bodied nigga and I'm gonna say 40 on up, then we are in the age range where we can actually make a change, man. Like because we got, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if you're doing whatever, you got your own business or you got a steady job. If you 40 plus, you doing 1, 2, you got your own business or you got a steady job. Bro, when I looked it up, I believe they said here in Oklahoma, I believe is 90,000 blacks here in Oklahoma City. 90,000. So let's just say for argument's sake, 45,000 of that is men. You know what I mean? Black men. Now let's say for other argument's sake, let's say 30,000 is 18 and above. You know what I'm saying? So that's $30,000, my nigga. If $30,000, 18 and above, I'm talking about just here in Oklahoma City, my nigga, and everybody was to put up $100 bill, my nigga, just one $100 bill, homie. That's $300,000 that day.
Yeah.
Now just think we do that shit, cuz for 12 months, my nigga.
It'd be something to change the dynamics of life right now. You know, it's time now for us to start building our own communities. You know, I got Biola Incorporated. We got a business. We buy and sell houses now. Things that brothers should have been on many years ago. You know, now that our old community we grew up in, they done brought up the whole community, and now then changed the whole view of the community. You know what I mean? But it's things that we should have been done. But like I say,
gentrification, homie, gentrification.
Just like I say, dope in time. You know, in time evolves. You know what I mean? It's time to evolve. People say you change within time. I don't think a person changed within time. I think you change that instant. Now the condition of the time changed in the process of living. once you start learning the new ways and the new, the perception you have in life. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yes, sir.
now that's why we making the decisions now to be like mentors and big brothers, someone that we could really, so they could come really and feel open and share with. Some things people do in the streets, sometimes they don't want to share that with their parents because they know a lot of things their parents might be against. And if a
Man,
brother is really being for real about what he's talking about and the agenda that he illustrating to push, man, it's highly recommended for us to do so, man. It just say like, what's the sense of having some knowledge and not sharing the knowledge? You know what I'm saying?
and
That's
just
that.
like in the nation got a saying, once it's the duty of the civilized to let's say the duty of the civilized is to civilize the uncivilized, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So if you civilize, it's your duty now, especially as a black guard, it's your duty to civilize the uncivilized, my nigga.
Indeed, indeed,
You know what I'm
indeed,
saying? Now,
indeed.
we had talked about this the other day, man. And you said you wanted to, don't say, kind of, address your concerns on everything and let motherfuckers not even concerns, but just let motherfuckers know, like, it's not what motherfuckers trying to make it is. You know what I mean? Trying to make it be, man.
Yeah,
You had got into a little misunderstanding. I'll just say that. We'll just say that.
most definitely, indeed.
And a few of the homies, you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying, got into a big thing, whatever, you know what I'm saying. And this happened to happen right before the fucking Gathering of the G. That's what's the crazy part about it. Like, damn, man, like, why is this shit happening
This sound,
now?
that's kind of like Iblis being at his work at his highest. The shaitans, they lurking and creeping around each and every corner that we may approach. You know what I'm saying? But we got
Man,
to be quiet. We got to be conscious of all those type of things.
big
Because that
facts.
surely is not, for the record, that's not my agenda. Because I'm a household name individual, and for me to be in this mirror mentioning that situation, and then for the fact that it's still guys that's active in the streets, I'm like you say, my views and my visions have changed, but my persona of the game ain't gonna never change. You know what I'm saying? Even when we leave the hood ain't gonna never leave out of us. So
Big
some of them
facts.
things it's gonna be always still dormant in the heart. You know what I'm saying? A nigga gonna move like he know he supposed to move. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, like you say, when you got people around you, and if they don't know no better, they gonna make inadequate decisions, and them inadequate decisions can cause this type of activity. You know what I'm saying? That I currently got involved in, and first thing they gonna say is me because they know what I'm really about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm about that street shit, man. And you know what I mean? That's all I live. But at the same time, I'm making a transition and I'm trying to push a different agenda. I'm an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? I started me a business since I've been home, Daisy Pro Logistics. I try to I would look forward to be looking to messing with people, mom, mothers, grandmothers, and any other kind of frakes and positions or anything that I could be able to get in, just to show the world also that, in order to have anything great, you got to work for it. It ain't gonna just come easy. And just like
Facts.
now, just that little smear could have a tendency to have people thinking like, oh, I'm on this, I'm on that, I'm on that. Man, I ain't even really tripping about none of them things. Now, if somebody's still holding some matters in their heart behind the things, yeah, I got hit off in that situation. But for me to swallow that and be still willing to continue on what we previously had going on, I'm on board, and I would wish
That's
everybody else
G
on
shit.
board. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
That's G shit right there. And and,
a lot
and,
of people
it,
got
and
to
I know it.
a
Yeah.
lot of people got to start learning to take accountability for their actions. You know what I'm saying? And me knowing who I am, you know what I'm saying? So, we got to take accountability, man. Accountability is it's just like a relief, like they said in Trinity. Accept the things that you cannot change and try to change the things that you can. You know what I mean? We got to accept the things that we know best possibly could take place at any given time. And it did. I'm a living
Yeah.
example. I'm always kind of I don't know, he used me for those type of things or what it may be. But you know what I mean? Shit, man. During the time being incarcerated, still having to show the brothers, you know what I'm saying, how we gonna maintain, how we gonna survive, and how we could come together as one, man.
Yeah.
Red team, blue team, the Kiwis and the Moves. You know what I mean? This is what we live, man. But at the same time, we could push this type of agenda. Well, we done made it through, or we can make some transition in our life. And then now that the younger youth, once we plant them seeds and water those seeds, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna blossom in a beautiful way, man. You know what I'm saying? If we had somebody that could really walk and talk with us, not saying I done never had no old head, lacing my chucks up about the things that we was participating in, they had their views of things too. So it's about like really, once you, in order for you to be whoever you want to be in life, you got to pay homage to those who came before us. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Facts.
one thing that I was always wanting to give, have a thing to those who really brought contribution to the Oklahoma City streets. Those who people might not even know. It might be some people family members. You know what I mean? But
Yes,
it's a
sir.
lot of
Yes,
people
sir.
that brought some colorism to the streets. You know what I mean? In 1983, I brought up on Lincoln in the trades. You know what I'm saying? One of the hardest host roles in Oklahoma City. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we had business people like my brother, resting in peace, Money had a gas station. We got Florence. She was one of the sisters that been having a food joint for many years. We had many other peoples to that had stores, you know what I'm saying, that try to push the agenda of showing how we can have black owned things and really keep things in our community. But we didn't never understand that dynamics at that time. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say about life living. And if you made it through those things and you could be able to share some of them things, it's highly recommended to do so. You know what I'm saying? And with our growth in life, is about evolving, man. You can't stay stagnated. It's about evolving. I keep stressing that because we can't. We got the now store having some things that we could really stand on. Some that have more narrative to our push and our movement, not just the game. You know what I'm saying? Having property, having business, buying business. How they say we can't do it.
Hey,
We
oh
had
crazy.
Street.
I hear you, man. Oh, crazy over it. He's over. Yo.
What's up, God? Yeah, peace.
What up, yo? What up, yo?
I'm here with the brothers sharing a little bit of the jewels. Like when we, is the do. So some people say that, the games to be sold and not told. But now, man, in our times, my man, it's time for us to share this knowledge, man. And you know what I mean? Well, I know one time one of my brothers made a statement with me making, books and documentaries and shit. He was like, man, you don't think that's kind of like dry snitching? Dry snitching, nigga. I'm not finna open no can of worms for myself. I'm just speaking about the things we need to be talking about, the issues that we need to be talking about with the younger youth, with these guys that they say they YNs and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit there, yeah, you could be a YN or whatever the case may be. I don't take nothing from you. Shit that they have the tendency to doing in today's time is like suicidal shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You go kill a motherfucker, you going to jail. You ain't gonna be able to get away with that shit like we used to do things and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be forever left on deaf ears. You dig what I'm saying? But shit, man, it's time to move and trying to really get some things going on for the brothers, so brothers can have some they could really rely on, you know what I mean, business and buying businesses. You know what I'm saying? Brothers need to support other people, brothers, businesses. And at the same time, we just need to come together so we could do some of these things and make some steps towards the things that we trying to accomplish in this in life, especially now that you here. Shit, like you say, shit, and then got gray hair on his motherfucking face, head. It's just time for a different movement, man. And some of us that really been in the game need to share. So, like they said, many are called, but few are chosen to some of this real shit. So some people ain't gonna understand, a brother coming up here. And maybe when they see it from different individuals, they might take it a little bit more realer. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you definitely know that is Oklahoma City, and I'll have to give our city, man, a round of applause, man. 'Cause, like, they've been showing out, man. Oklahoma City showed so much love towards the gathering of the G's, man, that they took my whole Facebook down. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, like anytime when a motherfucker be posting all type of goofy, dumb bullshit or just talking shit, they
Yeah,
love that shit. But
that's
when you
right.
get to talking about black men coming together up under one accord, especially waking up the sleeping giants like the Crips, the Bloods, the fucking Vice Lords, and the Disciples.
Yeah.
Oh man, come on, bro. That's a nation within a nation, cuz.
They ain't never with that movement. They always against that movement. They try to say, but that's that trickology that they had a tendency to always display with us. You know what I'm saying? Like how they try to rewrite history and shit. You know what I'm saying? They want to put it into their formality. Long as you off on that goofy shit like you said, yeah, they all Gucci with that movement. You know what I mean? But when a brother really making a real stand for something that we could really stand on and really, reap not just personal benefits, but growth benefits. And when I say
Mm,
growth benefits, it's for generation type of shit. It's time to have not just having money. It's about time to have generation money, my man.
yeah.
You know what I
Nigga need
mean?
assets. Then nigga need shit that's gonna be here. Like white folks, they prepare their children 100 years in advance, homie. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, we prepare our children, you know what I'm saying, for the weekend, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So that is something that we damn sure would have to break, man. And that's why I feel, man, that we have to start off first with our own community center that's ran by us for us. That's
Yeah.
the first thing we need to do. And it's a perfect spots all through the east side, man. I'm gonna be getting at a few brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we need to really get these spots, man, and put some teachers that can be tutors, like after school tutors. You know what I mean? Put them up in there. You know what I mean? They want to learn about any type of self defense. Do it, man. It's so many buildings. That's what I'm saying. We gotta start buying this shit now because right now the essays and the motherfucking Caucasians they buying up the whole goddamn east side, man. They
Yeah.
buying up the whole goddamn East. Dude, they got a place in Spencer. And shout out to my Latinos, man. This is no, ain't no shot at y'all. There's no shot at y'all. Y'all doing what y'all supposed to do. I'm just saying we behind. Like, nigga, if you go to 23rd Spencer Road right now, nigga, they bought the whole shopping center. The essays on I forgot what it's called, like the
Yeah.
Fiesta Subo shit. But anyway, they bought that whole motherfucker and they buying land. They just steady buying land out there in Spencer and Choctaw. Nothing but
Yeah.
essays out there just getting to it. And
Yeah.
we the only motherfuckers come on like when we die, what we gonna leave our babies? I mean, what a Gucci belt, my nigga, some some
Memory of maybe a bad time of things we
uh, uh,
endured. Yeah, yeah, for real.
some Louis Vuitton shoes or something. You know what I'm saying? Go in your daddy's closet. Go get all them
Yeah,
shirts and shit.
yeah,
and we
yeah,
and
yeah.
we still gotta do a GoFundMe to get the nigga buried properly. You know what
Properly.
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's cold, man.
I'm
Yeah,
just saying though, man. But we like black men, we literally don't have we have no room to look at. No, we can't point the finger at nobody no more. Do you see the electronics that we on, the technology that we got right now, brother? You in a whole different goddamn house, bro, in another side of town.
yes,
I'm
sir.
talking to you on this mother. If I can learn how to do this motherfucking shit, man,
Yeah,
come on. Any information that we
limit.
need to come
Yeah,
together, we have no excuse, homie. We have no excuse, homie. If you're an able-bodied black man and you're not willing to fucking come together, man, don't you know how many motherfucking like look at if you look at I was looking at a thing with Minister Farrakhan and he was speaking on far as on the white nation. Like back then, they had the Scandinavians. You had, that was a tribe. They had the troglodytes. That was a tribe. You had You know what I mean? But basically, you had different tribes all over there in Europe and all over there, right?
Yeah.
But when I forgot the dude, the white dude he was speaking on, but he had spoke like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, basically, like y'all stay on y'all side, like the Scandinavians stay over there. Like we're not gonna bump heads. But when it's time for race going against another race, nation against nation, we all come together and become one big powerful unit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Even in the motherfucking the Italian
Mhm.
mafia motherfuckers, you got
Yeah.
all these different families, right? And those families don't get along with each other. They don't be going to each other's family just going to go kick it. Like they got their family, they run this side, their family run that side. They all doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? When it's time to get ugly, they all come together. This nigga.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, brother, got to be. You got to.
That's my best. That's nigga Scrap trying to call me and shit.
Well, man's doing been at work and shit.
Man, yeah,
Yeah.
then they probably on this break right now. Yeah, it's 9:30. He probably just not hit his lunch break and shit. But
Yeah.
anyway, man, I don't even want to keep you on there too much long anyway, bro. You know what I'm saying? You definitely gave my listeners an earful, man. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate. Like I said, I always try to run anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes, man. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
don't want to, in today's time, man. They want the information like that, man. You know what
Yes,
I'm saying?
indeed.
That's
Indeed.
why we're doing a lot of those reels and shit too, and shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get somewhat familiar with this whole YouTube shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
That time, boy, is amazing, man. You know what I'm saying? In today's time, they should never really be hindered of the things that we was hindered of coming up in society. Like I said,
Man,
I know a lot of people be like, man, why you ain't got this and got that? Facebook, man, shit. At the time, that was when MySpace maybe first came, touched the surface. Well, brother wasn't fit to be putting no motherfucking earn no shit out what we was doing in the street. But now
yeah,
today's time, this is what they got going on, man. And technology is something that shit, man. Like you say, it take you across the world and within minutes and
man.
shit.
Like literally, like right now, like
Yeah.
there is no excuse. Like if you look at my like on some real shit, bro, and I ain't gonna hold you up, bro, but it's like, dude, we got multi-millionaires that's black, brother. Multi-millionaires, bro. Tell me why we still buying white-owned drawers, homie, or white-owned tank tops, or white-owned socks. You know what I mean? My car is still coming from a white-owned manufacturing plant. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You know what
indeed.
I mean? Like the
Indeed.
airplane I get on is still owned by a corporate of white folks. You know what I mean?
Indeed. Indeed.
Like, come on, homie. Like,
These
that's what I'm saying. So,
these some highly issues that we need to be discussing because that's really where that's what the time is. That's why the Latinos and ladies start making that step towards things and start getting contracts, putting their foot forward. You know what I mean? Peace and
yeah,
blessings be to them as well. You know what I mean? Because they grew up in the
facts,
same communities that we grew up in. Shit,
facts.
you know.
They just use their noggin, homie. We
Indeed.
but where they fucked, but where we fucked up at, bro. We grew up. A lot of us grew up under a lot of females. That's why our anger issues wasn't in check. We
Yeah.
we, we didn't have our fathers to give us logic. Like, hey, little nigga, if you do X, Y, Z, you know what I mean? If you do X and Y, nigga, Z gonna happen, nigga. You know what I mean?
Right.
We didn't have it because we like just think about it. It's Saturday morning. This is 6-year-old BC. BC running through the goddamn house. He done hit grandma's favorite vase, or mama favorite vase. What's the first thing mama finna do?
Yeah. 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 Get on there for sure.
Yeah, so if you look at it, by us growing up around that constantly all of our lives, that means so niggas step on our shoes. We don't think, we react. You know what I mean?
That's
Soon as a nigga do, whatever. It literally took for, I feel, brothers like ourselves to go to the penitentiary and learn the most important thing in the penitentiary is patience, my nigga. You
Man,
gotta have extreme patience to wake up and do the same shit every fucking day. You know what I'm saying?
man, it's a
You
constant
gotta
thing.
have you know what I'm saying? So
Constant thing. That's why in the teachings, we got 17 prayers a day. And we say the same raka, you know what I mean, the Fatiha before we say any kind of, because it's a constantly reminder. It's a constantly reminder, and we got to do it because it's a constant reminder to stay, to stay focused on what you're trying to achieve in life. Any goals that you set out to achieve, you got to work towards it, man, to get it. You can't just, it ain't gonna fall out the sky. You know what I mean?
no, it ain't, man. Faith
Gotta
without
put,
works is dead, homie. It
man.
says
So,
that in the Bible, man. Faith without works is dead, man.
man,
You know what I'm
indeed.
saying? Like and niggas just gotta just find a lane, bro. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers gotta just find a lane, man. But the real lane right now is liberation for our people, homie. That's the only lane. Like Oklahoma cannot continue to be the last one on board. You know what I mean? We gotta be the ones. You know what I mean? We gotta step up too, man. Especially we already had Black Wall Street, homie.
Yeah.
And you gotta look at it. The brothers that did Black Wall Street, come on, man. They ain't got nowhere near the money niggas got now.
Man, for real, for real.
So you mean to tell me that us here on the east side of Oklahoma City, the south, basically the what they call the street brothers or whatever, you mean to tell me that we can't come up together and just start off, like I said, just start off with a community center that's teaching our history, authentic history. None of that bullshit, none of that, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Authentic, homie. Something that's strictly from us. And a lot of people was kind of questioning, like, you know what I'm saying, why I wasn't just reaching out to a lot of the churches and the pastors, man. No disrespect. And I'm just speaking to my YouTube people, man. You know what I mean? And my Oklahoma City people. No disrespect to the Christian community, man. You know what I'm saying? I just look at it like this, man. And if I'm wrong, you can leave it in the comment. Please let me know this. But like, it's only a few times, man, out of all the revolutionary stances, like far as black people standing up, for some reason, man, they always send a pastor to try to calm things down, man. They always try to send that one bootlegging handkerchief head, you know what I mean? Scratching when he don't itch type nigga, you know what I mean? A nigga, we don't need no more of that, man. We don't
Yeah.
need no more calm down. Well, we can do it later on. Well, maybe we going to, man, you know what I mean? You know how many times the brothers and sisters done told me, like, well, man, maybe you should think about this a little longer. Well, maybe you should do the, no, I'm not, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like a nigga woke up, nigga, man, the day when we had dinner, I told you, did I not put that on the set?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, cuz on the
Oh,
set, I gotta do it by myself, cuz I'm nutty. I'm finna try to make this shit happen, lo.
yeah. I've been looking forward to do that same type of things, the siege fire, and they've been doing it in LA right before I got out of incarceration and back into society. You know what I mean? It just
Yes, sir.
it's been long waited, man. That we could get together and just discuss some matters. Sometimes we got to really reach those them YNs as they call it, because some of these guys that supposed to be G niggas ain't respected like G niggas. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna move like no real nigga really gonna move, because I understand I don't take nothing from no brothers and none of that, man, and living life, man, alhamdulillah, because man, shit, I ain't got a chance to never live life like that. Shit, so being out here 5 to 10 years straight, I ain't been out here since the year I was born to 1989. You know what I'm saying? Shit. So I don't take nothing from them, but at the same time, like I was speaking on earlier, what they don't think is necessary sometimes is necessary, man. You got to put your foot down. You got to be that alpha as well, man. Not just in your household, but in the streets too. You got to really, share the real. You can't be trying to water it down. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing a brother's gonna respect is what's real. You put water in the oil. Like when I walk up on scene, some motherfuckers might think this nigga was a real nigga because he put that for persona on. But when a real nigga really walk in the house in the door, they get to looking and they seeing how niggas is admiring this nigga so much they know what's real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
therefore, man, you know, we need to do some things, bro, man. It's really just to speak on some real shit, not no watered down shit. Don't need nobody to support us. You know what I mean? And everybody need to come out and bear their arms and support the movement, man. And don't be coming with none of that funny shit because, you know, like I say, a nigga still is a street nigga. Me a street brother, you know what I mean? That still lies with Dermot in the roots of my heart, you know what I'm saying? So not just the thought of my mind, but the roots of my heart, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna follow those principles. I ain't gonna let nobody come up on a nigga on no stupid shit. But
And,
at the same time,
and if I can, man, let me add to that, man. Like I've been saying, man, like for the brothers and sisters that just feel like this is a waste of time, or you know what I mean, like we ain't gonna do it, or you know what I mean. If any one of y'all literally feel like that, man, just do us a simple favor, man. Just don't come. And then just like leave Washington Park alone that day. Because the reason why we there is because we care about the future of our children. That's the only reason why we there. We
and then,
we care about our children as well as yours. We want to make it where like when we dead and gone, they got empires. They done created empires because we paved the way. You know what I mean? And the little path that we pave, they take it and make it greater. You know what I mean? But
man,
we gotta get out this Negro I'm scared of mass ass attitude, man. You know what I mean?
yeah,
A nigga supposed to be a crip, man. Community revolution in progress, my nigga. So the
indeed,
revolution is now in fucking progress, man. You know what I mean? We don't need to do no type of fucking illegal shit no more. None of that shit. Nigga ain't trying to do none of that shit. Nigga over with that shit, my nigga. You know
oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
most
Only
definitely,
thing a motherfucker want to do right now, only thing a motherfucker want to do right now is make sure before I leave this planet, I leave my children something behind, man. That's
yeah.
it, man.
With a
That's it.
beautiful legacy, not the legacy that we once led. You know what I mean? Most definitely with a
Facts.
beautiful legacy and what, like I said, generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Big facts.
a lot of brothers been getting a break. They've been off in the industries getting nice little deals if they ain't getting that 260 deal off in the rap industry and everything. You know, speaking about things that that brother uh Muhammad when he was speaking on the terms that brothers need to watch out what they putting out there in the streets, you know what I'm saying, on their lyrics and everything. You know, a lot of that play a big factor in the things that we got going on. But at the same time, man, shit, man, we just got to do it, man. We got to do it so our
Gotta
kids can
do it.
have some. You got to take a step towards it, man. You know, and I'm on board, man. Shit, and to y'all brothers, y'all YNs or whoever that's sitting on the sideline spectating and not trying to be no full participator, man. Stay in the shadows, my nigga. Stay on the bleachers, nigga. Don't get in the game. You know what I'm saying? Don't disturb the game. You know what I'm saying? Be real
Yeah.
as you want to be, man. You know what I'm saying? Someone that real as shit, man, that hit this South District of the world, man. You know, me coming up, it wasn't never easy. Even when we used to be going to Guthrie off in the little pond that we called our imaginary lake. I mean beach. And that motherfucking water, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So dark, nigga, shit. It could have been turtles, anything, snakes, or anything. It could have been some dangerous shit out there. You know what I mean?
Man, niggas
We
is
didn't
swimming in
turn,
Oklahoma
we,
River and all that shit, nigga.
we didn't turn that shit into a game. Like shit, it
Hell
was
yeah.
a fun game. 15, 20, our
Yeah.
bad ass running from that shit. But yeah, not to get off the stuff, man. We need to be on board, man, and y'all don't come to stir the peace, man. You understand me? You know, stand
Yeah,
for something.
please not,
You know what
man.
I
Yeah.
mean? Because if you don't
Yeah.
stand for something, you'll fall for anything, man. You know, man.
Yeah.
Peace, brothers. Y'all be safe to the kings and the queens of the Oklahoma City streets, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Stay down for the crown, man, and be down for this real 4-5 movement, man. That old fish, that OKC. You know what
That's
I'm
right.
saying? The
That's
fine
right.
ones that put it on the map, man. Stay down for the crown, man. And peace and
Hey,
salute to all you.
I see my nigga Jesse on there. That's one of my homeboys from he's from out of Denver, man. Cousin Loke from out of Denver. Cuz been
Yeah,
rocking with he been rocking with the channel for a while, man. So what up to my nigga Jesse, man? My nigga Shay, man. What's
and
going on with you,
peace to
man?
all, peace to all the 14 letters, and we understand that the street talk, man. That's living up in them directions and stuff from Denver. You know what I mean? And we had a couple guys that come from Denver out here. A couple of them, you know what I mean, that always traded with us and rock with us from Memphis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From Kansas, from California,
Mm-hmm.
from all the surrounding little towns, Louisiana. You know what I mean? From the Chi, from New York. It's people that came to join our movement, and they come from big states. You know what I'm saying? They love this Oklahoma City street, man. We always had a colorism about the movement.
Oh yeah, man. Like yeah,
We really lost in the
when the whole Crip thing started, man. Like I said, I was number like literally. I probably was like 9 years old, living in Oak Grove, man. When I first witnessed this thing, man, and I done been to some other cities, and I've seen how other people did they loking, and they cripping in their blood and whatnot. But I'm gonna have to say, man, hands down, man, hands down. When cripping and blood hit Oklahoma City, Oklahoma in general,
yeah,
oh nigga, yeah, nigga, you stepping. Soon as you step over that plate, said welcome to Oklahoma, nigga. You might as well go and say welcome to baby LA, my nigga. This is what it
yeah.
is, my nigga. This is baby Cali, my nigga.
That,
Like
that's
like a
That's what
yeah.
they always called it, man. Lil Cali, you know what I'm saying?
And it's not even that a nigga riding the nuts and no shit like this. Like a nigga just like literally even the LA homies know, the Compton homies, the LA homies, the Watts homie, Inglewood nigga, every motherfucking Southern LA nigga down even not even just Southern, even niggas up north. You know what I mean? Fucking Stockton and fucking Oakland and shit. Everybody that stepped down here, but like, man, you niggas is you niggas
Yeah,
is with the
so,
shit.
oh, for
Especially
sure,
back in our day, bro. You know what I
for
mean?
sure,
The fucking early 90s and mid 90s, man. Come on, man.
for sure,
Them of us swore that they never left home, cuz. They never left home, my nigga.
for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? But anyway, though, man, hey, man, like I said, man, hey, like, share, subscribe to this, man. If you got a Facebook,
Yeah,
share it on your Facebook because I cannot, you know what I mean? I cannot share it on Facebook because
for
they
real.
took my Facebook page. They took my whole page. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? So if you see this, share it to your Facebook page, man. Let everybody know, man. September 6th at 6 o'clock, Washington Park, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be in the building, man. We're not in the building, but in the park, you know what I mean? In the place, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? And we're going to be there for our peoples, man, for our fucking children, man. And we, you know what I'm saying? We trying to step up as the gods that we are, as the men that we are, as the original Israelites as we are, the original people as we are. We trying to step into our goddamn power, man. You know what I mean? So we going to make this shit happen, man. Brother BC, man, it's been a pleasure, man, talking to you, brother. And hopefully, man, I can get you and a couple of my other guys on there, man, from the Rich Rollin 9-0s, Oklahoma City chapter. You know what I mean? And get some of that real history, man, because you got this guy, you got a few guys that got these vlogs or whatever trying to talk about the history of Oklahoma gang banging, and they, man, me. You already know. You remember when I was doing the documentaries? I didn't do. So I just sit back and guess what niggas doing. I went to niggas hoods. You know what
oh,
I'm saying?
most
Yeah,
definitely.
I went.
In the trenches.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
in the
I
trenches,
went.
it
Yeah,
illustrated. I know some people might thought that you was still supporting the negativity. No, it was just really showing how everybody really how they
yeah,
really get down from the flag that they represented. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And it could be, some people could have a different perception of it. It was a bad thing, or I look at it as a great thing, because this is raw and uncut. This ain't none of that. We
But it's one thing I can say, bro.
for
I,
the
I never exploited nobody. I never got on there and asked how many niggas you shot. I never asked how much dope you sold. I didn't care about none of that shit. My main thing is that, nigga, what is the police doing in your hood, nigga? What do y'all niggas do over here? You know what I'm saying? For as like, you know what I mean? Like how do y'all show y'all brotherly love amongst each other? I'm just basically I'm going into houses of brothers that showing me how they show brotherly love to each other. It was never about how many motherfuckers you shot and all that. I was telling niggas like, nigga, get respect. Nigga, I was in, nigga, the middle of motherfucker. I'm talking about, nigga, there's about 20, 25 hoovers out there, nigga, shotguns.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and,
They was
and,
tuned into the Bangside Records, the movement and shit. You know what I mean?
but what's
Yeah,
crazy though is that like literally, like and for those who don't know, here in Oklahoma City is different. The politics is different. You know, out in LA, nutty blocks, Hoovers don't even see each other because the one's in Compton, one's in South Central. But here in Oklahoma City, it's been a little, what I'm saying, static for with the Hoovers and the shotguns here. You know what I'm saying? Not as bad as it used to be. You know what I'm saying? But it's still, that tension is still there, and mainly because because we have a allegiance or alliance with the Rollin 90s, the neighborhood 27s, and the neighborhood 60s. You know what I mean? So that always been our alliance down here. You know what I mean? That always been our guys who we rock with. So you know what I'm saying? So you rock with us, you rock with them, you rock with us. No,
yeah.
this is basically how I go. You know what I mean? So it's a
Yeah,
little different. But
man, don't
anyway,
understand. We
yeah,
defined it ourselves. We defined it ourselves. We became who we are after the game. We ain't no, what I mean, we were students
yeah,
when we first
yeah.
came to the game and being receptible to the game. Like I say, you got to be receptible to the game in order to reciprocate it in a proper manner. Most definitely.
Mm,
But like I say, when a nigga got a hold to this shit, a nigga was like, these niggas can't give no history on this shit when they wasn't around. Nigga, if you wasn't around
mm,
none of my blocks and in any other blocks, nigga, how can you speak on something that you have really no knowledge of? You know what I'm saying? And,
yeah.
shit, nigga, I was a little nigga. I was in everybody's hood. I've been shit when we first migrated to the west side of Oklahoma City streets, and you know what I'm saying. And that was in 1986, leaving from the east side, just looking forward
Mm,
to have a higher opportunity at life. It did
mm,
rise into a different platform to try to live up to the terms and the nature of going to school with kids, having more finer things and shit. It made us strive a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Most definitely, you know what I mean. We're gonna touch some bases on a lot of that shit in due time, man. And whatever to know this gathering of the G's, we're gonna discuss some matters and things. Like I say, some of those guys that was had already been here. It was y'all duty to not let this shit get too far out of hand. So it ain't for me if I speak on some things, to be feeling like I'm throwing shots at a nigga or anything. I ain't throwing shots. I'm just speaking on the real. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Because
Yes, sir. Yes,
shit was
sir.
out of hand, and I was deported. I was absent. So, a lot of people gonna try to come and try to present to the streets of what they know, but they can't never speak on about how the birth of this movement really was. You know what I'm saying? You know, the birth of this movement was a hell of a shit, man. Hanging on
Yeah.
them blocks, you know what I mean, selling those rocks, you know what I mean, getting it how we live. You dig what I'm saying? You
Big
know,
facts.
Survival of the fittest, man. Nigga get it straight out the mud. Nigga, it wasn't nothing hand down to a nigga. Nothing that fall out the sky in a nigga hand. A nigga had to get it how he lived. So, we traded and we did those things. But we gonna touch bases on that. We just want to kind of touch bases right now, together in other streets and some of the things the agendas that we gonna be on. And kind of sharing with the world, what our position really supposed to be. Our position is supposed to teaching them some news they could use, man. Reach one and teach one. You know what I mean? Give
Yeah.
them something that they could really, marinate on. When they sit there and marinate, just like how your mama putting that food together, she had to season
Mm.
it up. She just couldn't get it out the store and then just get right at it. She had to put that little love to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's burnt off. That's
Yeah,
what's up, man.
yeah, for
Hey,
sure.
man. Like I said, man, it's been a real pleasure, brother. You know what I'm saying? I thank you again, man, for giving me your time, man. You know what I'm saying? You've been real. You gave us a real insight. You know what I mean? Far as on, what you've been through and how you know what I'm saying? How you basically grew from the brother that you once was to the brother that you is now, man. Not only you a brother, or uncle, now you a father and grandfather, man. So like, man, you got a lot to live for, man. So I like to say personally, man, I like to give you your flowers right now, brother, while you
Sure.
above ground.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
And
Indeed.
you know what I'm saying?
And likewise,
Yeah.
likewise. Sure.
But anyway, man, it's your man Al Jihad the God, man. Black Power Crip Life. Those who know this know me, man. So, hey, man, I'll probably get it back at y'all tomorrow, man. I should have an interview, man, with the mighty Nation of Islam here in Oklahoma City, man. So y'all stay tuned, man. Black Power Crip Life, man. Oh,
peace. Smile. Hey, and most